G'day mates, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is a very special video. This is my most requested, most asked question and what I believe is the most important topic and video I will ever make on my channel. How do I improve as a player in Fortnite? I know it sounds ridiculous. I make so much guide content. I've given you guys so much advice on getting better, but the one video I've always been scared to make is just a how to get better as a player. And I think I've finally figured it out. I honestly think I've figured out the secret to making you the best player as possible, as quickly as possible, because that's what you want, right? You want to become a pro and you want to do it now. So let's go through that. And the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to help you identify the 4 key aspects of Fortnite, how you can figure out how good you are at them, how you can then improve on them, and then how I can keep your mental in check so you are ready to become a better player. Also, I have a cheeky little finish at the end of today's video. You guys always ask me, hey, Aussie, how do I get you to coach me? How can I get you to VOD review my games? Well, now you have a chance. Stay tuned to the very end of the video. I'm doing something for my community I've never done before. I'm going to VOD review your game. So if you want to find out how, make it to the end of the video. If you do like this video, please chuck a like on it. Let me know in the comment section down below any of these topics you want me to go into more detail on. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. It would mean so much to me. I'm trying to get 100,000 subs by the end of the year. It's kind of ridiculous, but with your support, I know we can do it. So I hope you enjoy another video. What are the 4 key aspects of Fortnite? You have aiming, editing, building, and game sense. Now, I'm going to go through each one of these in more detail, but what I really wanted to focus on and what I think will make you such a better player now and will make you enjoy Fortnite so much more, identify which one of these you're good at, focus on them when you need to in tournaments. If you need to have a good game, you've died a couple times on spawn, you're a little bit tilted, play to your strengths, but identify your weaknesses and then go and work on them on a better day or work on them in creative when you're in a better mood so you'll improve at them faster, then bring it into your gameplay. If you identify today that building isn't your strength, you're not really good at high ground retakes, then why are you trying to go for a high ground retake? Just learn how to box fight, learn the things that you're good at, which we're going to talk about today, and then go work on the things you're bad at in creative with friends or in pubs or something a little bit less stressful. It's where I see so many players go wrong when they're trying to improve. They don't know what to improve on, so they're just trying everything, or they haven't identified that once they have a strength, they can abuse that strength. They can make other people fight to what they're best at. I'm really bad at high ground retakes, so if I ever get into a build fight and I see someone start cranking 90s, I chop them down, I box fight them, and I make them play on my level. It'll make you improve so very much. But let's start jumping into each of the 4 key aspects, figure out which ones you're best at and how you can improve. First off, we have aiming, and that is very simple. I don't need to explain that. It's just hitting your shots. But aiming has 3 different ranges: short, medium, and long range, and it has 2 different types: flicking and tracking. Don't worry, I'm going to explain them. So short, medium, long range makes sense. It's just which distance you are best at, which distance you're worst at, which distance do you need to be the best at as well. And then flicking is just your ability to be able to flick your shots. So maybe you hit an edit and you got to flick up and shotgun someone. Tracking is your ability to follow a target and hit multiple shots in a row. So how do you identify what you're worst at and which ones you need to work on? So go into Scavox. It is a free creative map that you can obviously play in Fortnite on console or PC. I'll put the code on the screen in the description. You have different ranges for each of the courses. So if you want to work on your tracking, go into horizontal or vertical tracking, try short, medium, and long range. Then if you want to work on your flicking, go into Tile Frenzy, work on your short, medium, and long range flicking, because you have to flick your shots for that. Now, you got to identify which ones you're struggling with the most, but more importantly, which ones are the most important for Fortnite. So different playstyles. You could be someone who relies a lot on your shotgun aim close range, but turns out you're not very good at it. You're missing a lot of your edits and your flick shots. So try to prioritize getting height above someone. Use your medium tracking aim and your range aim to do damage, not your flicking. But ultimately go back and work on the things you're not good at, but don't focus on them too much if you're in a tournament or if you're in an arena. Don't try and work on your weaknesses when you need to have a good game. That's what the whole focus of today's video is on. Identify which ones you're best at, which ones you're worst at, so you can work on your weaknesses and bring them up, but identify what you need to be the best. If you're finding that you're never in long range engagements because you're just W keying too much, well then work on it, but much more focus on your close and medium range tracking and flicking. Things like this are going to help your aim so much, are going to help you improve as a player so much faster. Number 2 on my list is editing. It's very, very simple. Obviously, editing is just your ability to edit builds. Whether you edit a window, whether you edit a cone, whatever it is, you need to be able to effectively, efficiently edit as quick as you can. Now, this one, unfortunately, you're gonna have to get pretty good at. The faster you get at editing or the better you get at editing, it's gonna help you have so much control in Fortnite. You don't have to then 50-50 into a box. You don't have to do a lot of things. But luckily for you, most of the practice for editing you can do in creative, but this is where I see everyone going wrong. They practice all their editing under ideal conditions. So what do I mean by that? You hit an edit course and you're always the same distance from the wall and you're always doing the exact same edit, so your muscle memory kicks in and you can smash the edits. But then you go into the game and you have to do an edit out of wall to survive, you mess up the edit and you die. Why is this? It's because you're practicing under ideal conditions. Try to practice your edits in those creative maps by being right up against the wall, like you would in Fortnite. Try and do it where you're pushed up against the stair in a wall in a really awkward position. You need to identify when you're playing Fortnite, what are the edits you're messing up the most, what's happening when you mess them up, and then replicate that in creative. Because it's gonna be hard for you to practice your editing in arena all the time or pubs if it's just gonna get you killed. So do it in creative where it's going wrong in the game. Also, if you're editing creative and it's always perfect and then you're feeling the pressure in the game and that's why you're messing it up, you're just gonna have to try and practice your edits in the game. If you're versing a weak opponent or jump into pubs, go full sweat on them. People might judge you for it, who cares? Try to practice editing real heavy on bad players so you get more comfortable and you don't feel the pressure as much. It'll make you such a better player. And my last tip for editing, work on your crosshair placement. What this means is, if you can hit edit super fast, but you're flicking all over the screen, what's the point if when you have to do a follow-up shot, you can't hit it because your cursor's way off the screen because you did a massive flick edit. Try to work on minimizing how much you have to move during your edits so your crosshair placement, where your crosshair is on the screen, stays central and near where the enemies are. So you can hit an edit and then hit the shot without having to flick halfway around the world. It'll help you a lot, I promise. Now, number 3 is a big topic, but I want to keep it simple: building. Building made Fortnite. It's everything in Fortnite. I could talk about this for hours, but I want to keep it short. You have 2 main types of building. You have box fighting and you have hype building. So let's figure out which one you're best at so you can become better quicker. Box fighting is your ability just to build a box around you or try to get into someone's box and be able to hit your shots, quick builds, quick edits. It's not the ability to build up and try and get on top of someone or taking shots with open builds, jumping to the side, jumping off stairs, jumping around, putting walls. It's just box fighting is when you box up. Hype building is everything else pretty much in a fight when you're going up, down, and around. So if you're really strong at box fighting, like myself, and you're really bad at high ground retakes, like myself, box up, chop people out, bring them down to your level and force them to fight with your strengths. This is obviously for tournaments, but go work on hype building your friends in creative when you need to work on your weaknesses. Try and do a 1v1 where it's not a box fight. Try and take high ground off them. Try to keep going for hide. Even if it might get you killed, do it in creative. Don't do it in tournaments. You need to identify which one you're best at. If you're good at aiming and editing and you're not the best at building, box fighting is better for now, but then later on down the track, start working on your high ground retakes. But keep your high ground retakes simple. Simple side jumps and variations of side jumps is all you need. Don't watch phase sway and try to imitate that. Just do what works the best. Go watch a few pros, see what they do to take high ground and mimic that. Don't go fancy, keep it simple. You'll improve so much faster with your building. Now, last but not least, the 4th, and in my opinion, my favorite, the most important, game sense and game knowledge. Now, this is a hard one and I'm gonna keep it short because there is so much to game sense, it's ridiculous. Game sense is gained from watching other people play or learning from your own mistakes and watching yourself play. Quite often in the moment, you're not gonna be able to learn what went wrong when you're emotional. You need to go back and watch it later, or you need to watch other players to learn what they're doing to know what you're doing wrong. Half the time, you're not gonna know what you could have done better if you don't know how other people do it better. So obviously, watching YouTube videos like mine, watching videos like Jerry and Destiny Jesus, your fellow Arab, Monster Deface, there's so much good content out there. Reese Hub, you need to go check them out, guys. There is so much good Fortnite content out there. If you're watching my video, if you made it this far, your game knowledge is gonna be improving already because you're trying to learn. That's the main thing. Also, if game knowledge is your main strength, rely on it. if you're playing arena and you're having a rough day, you need to have a good game, use your dead side rotates, land safely, rely on your game knowledge, don't just hot drop and go for pure mechanics. But obviously, when you're having a bad or having a good day, work on your mechanics, incorporate it in. You're gonna need good mechanics. Game sense isn't everything. So really, game sense is just gained from watching the game. It's nothing crazy, but it's gonna take you time, but try to find a way to enjoy it. Try to learn how to dead side rotate, and then when you do it in an arena game, feel proud of it. Enjoy the fact that you're learning Fortnite. It's really, really fun. All right, the part you've been waiting for, and to reward you for making it through this video, I appreciate you, thank you. You want me to VOD review your gameplay. And now you have the opportunity. You guys ask me all the time on stream and on YouTube, can you coach me? Can you VOD review me? Yes, now I can. So in the link in the description down below, there is gonna be a form that you're gonna fill out to submit a video file, whether it be YouTube, a recording, Twitch VOD, whatever it is, just a video file that I can then look and VOD review. I'm not gonna VOD review off replay files because they're way too difficult because I can't see inventory, I can't see a bunch of stuff. So you're gonna send me those videos and I'm gonna VOD review them. Please carefully read the form and make sure you fill it out correctly. I'm gonna get a lot of these submissions, so if you don't fill it out correctly, unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to VOD review you. I also need you to give me permission to be able to make it into a video because I wanna make videos out of these so everyone else can learn from them. I'm gonna help you with your mistakes, but I guarantee in turn, that's gonna help a lot of other people who are making the same mistakes. So I really hope you guys submit some videos. I hope I can help you out, and make sure you stay tuned for that new video. Thank you so much. All right, guys, that does it for another video. Just to recap, you have 4 key aspects of Fortnite: aiming, editing, building, and game sense. You now know exactly how to identify which one you're strong at, which one you're weak at, and you now know how to go work on those. Again, if you're looking to have a good day, if you need to have a good tournament or a good game, double down on the things you're good at, focus on them, make the game work for you, and then when you have time, when you're chilled out, go work on the things you're worse at. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please chuck a like on the video if you made it this far. Let me know in the comment section down below what aspect of this do you want to make a whole video on. I can make a whole video on building, tunneling, all that kind of stuff. So let me know. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate it so much. Like I said, I'm trying to get 100,000 by the end of the year, and with your support, hopefully I can do that. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.